When you were
Yeah,
younger?
I had glaucoma when I was little. Matter of fact, my mother is here, actually. Mom.
Welcome to TMZ, Mom. I'm asking him about his eye right now.
How old was I when I lost my eye? This is the right answer.
6 months old.
I was 6 months when I got glaucoma.
So how long were you a part of the Remy Boys?
Day one, Remy Boy, me, Fetty, Monty. We started it all together. We was all like down together, basically like homeless together, feel me? So where we just kind of like came up with that, but just building our craft, you feel me? And it took off. He is my student. Him and Monty are my students. Like their lives changed when they met me, you feel me? Like I taught them flows, like all the original flows that Fetty, I don't know, it's like a style going in circles right now, but like all the original flows, like from the day one flows, those were my flows. Know what I mean? That was my style, but I embraced it, you feel me? Like, cause I ain't no hater.
Like where I come from, I'm from Patterson, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Patterson, New Jersey, man. Like, you know what I mean? You make your bed, you gotta lay in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't, when it happened, it was like, all right, whatever. Like, let's just get this shit over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, damn, I wish I could have did this or did that, cause I did it once. And that's what I chose to do. I knew the consequences. The prisoners run the programs in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like taking classes, like I got my GED in prison.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, I did that. They had like stock classes or like, what is it called? S&P Fortune, something like that. S&P 500s.
Fortune 500.
And they teach you about the Billinger, top Billinger thing, bottom Billinger, all of that stuff. If that's what you went to, they got whatever you want. If you want to learn Spanish, you can go in there and learn Spanish. It's the saying we got in jail, right? If you could watch TV for an hour, you could do anything for an hour.
Mm.
So, out of jail, of course, we don't have to be at certain things at certain times. Give yourself 2 hours a day for yourself. Go in there, close the door, meditate, whatever. If that's what you went to, meditate. I don't know, do some yoga or some shit. I don't know how to do yoga and shit. I'm not flexible and shit. But for me, I like pull-ups.
Fetty Wap is finally back on the streets. And it wasn't just any homecoming. After more than 3 years behind bars, the rapper slid into Patterson, New Jersey with zero security, straight into the arms of family and day one homies. But what happened next had fans talking. Viral footage surfaced showing Fetty looking terrified, seemingly begging his ops not to turn on him. It was a shocking moment, especially considering the confident, laid-back persona he displayed in his first interviews within 48 hours of release. So, what really happened during his time away, and how did he manage to navigate the streets after all that chaos? Let's break it down. On January 8th, 2026, Willie Jr. Maxwell II, known worldwide as Fetty Wap, walked out of federal prison a free man. He had been serving a 6-year sentence for a cocaine conspiracy charge, but thanks to the First Step Act, he managed to stack good time credits through prison programs, knocking roughly 3 years off his bid. At 34, he returned to Patterson without a single bodyguard in sight, heading straight to a family home where 20 to 30 of his closest friends, relatives, and day one homies were waiting. The air was electric. Folks were chanting 1738, the signature call tied to his Remy Martin cognac homage, while classic hits like Trap Queen and 679 played in the background. Everyone was vibing, reminiscing about the days before fame when the streets of Patterson were all they had. Fetty's homecoming wasn't just about music, it was about family and normalcy. Small welcome dinners cropped up at relative spots, with classic Jersey fare, Taylor ham sandwiches, Italian hot dogs, ice and homemade dishes whipped up by his mom and siblings. He kept things light and real, repeatedly saying, "I'm blessed," as he reflected on the simple joys he had missed while behind bars. In interviews with outlets like Power 105.1's Breakfast Club, he didn't touch on old feuds, threats, or street drama. Instead, he spoke about missing birthdays, doctor appointments, basketball games, and first days of school for his kids. 4 years is a long time, he said, his voice carrying the weight of absence. You see your kids grow up, and you miss all that. But even in this celebratory moment, Fetty had bigger plans. He announced a foundation for kids with disabilities, a cause personal to him because of his lifelong battle with congenital glaucoma. He lost his left eye at just 6 months old, and doctors had warned both eyes might be affected. Today, he uses cannabis occasionally to manage pressure in his remaining eye, a strategy recommended by medical professionals. Beyond philanthropy, his peers and collaborators showed love publicly. French Montana shared footage of a studio session with Fetty and Max B, calling it Zoo Gang Forever. Gilly the Kid posted a FaceTime screenshot, encouraging him to stay locked in. And 50 Cent, who had supported Fetty both financially and emotionally during his prison bid, remained a steadfast ally. Fetty openly credited him. From day one, he reached out and said, "Whatever you need, just holler at me." The streets of Paterson, however, have long memories. For fans and locals, it wasn't guaranteed that Fetty's return would be peaceful. To understand why, we need to rewind to one of the most infamous incidents in his career, the Montclair Deli shootout of March 26, 2017. Around 5 a.m., Fetty and his crew slid through the 24-hour deli after a late-night performance. This was a familiar spot, one he had frequented without issue for years. But that morning, tension with local rapper Raheem Fuzz Thomas reached a boiling point. What started as subtle, competitive disses and territorial disputes turned violent. Thomas and his crew ran up on Fetty's crew inside the deli. Allegedly, one of Thomas's associates pistol-whipped a member of Fetty's crew, while another snatched Fetty's iconic 1738 chain. Chaos erupted. Bullets flew outside the deli, leaving 3 people wounded. The incident exposed the volatile underground rap scene of Paterson, where old friendships could turn to rivalries overnight. Thomas faced multiple charges, but thanks to bail reform, he initially walked free before later being rearrested when video evidence confirmed his involvement. This wasn't the only feud Fetty had to navigate. Inside his own circle, tensions were simmering with members of the Remy Boys, also known as RGF or Zoo Gang. This crew formed around 2013 to 2014, with early members including Monty Guopad 4000 and P. Dice, Brian White. P. Dice claims he helped build Fetty's brand and style from scratch, teaching flows and influencing the melodic, singy rap style that would define Fetty's breakout hits. But by mid-2015, cracks appeared. Fetty publicly announced that P. Dice had been cut from the crew for allegedly finessing money and not putting in the work. P. Dice fired back with diss tracks, screenshots of messages, and public claims that he was the architect behind much of the Remy Boys' success. The feud escalated with lawsuits over unpaid royalties and exclusions from Fetty's albums, though they were settled out of court in 2016. While P. Dice's career slowed and he moved toward independent releases, the public drama left fans divided, some siding with him as the true architect and others with Fetty. Meanwhile, Fetty rebranded the crew, making Monty his primary collaborator for hits like 679 and My Way, downplaying the drama while subtly responding through tracks like Decline. The fallout became a cautionary tale in hip-hop. Fame can strain the closest bonds, and business decisions sometimes outweigh loyalty. Even outside his crew, Fetty's temper got him into trouble. September 1st, 2019, Labor Day weekend in Las Vegas, and he clashed with a valet at the Mirage Hotel. What began as a routine service disagreement escalated quickly, resulting in Fetty allegedly throwing hands at a security guard and 2 other employees. Though the melee lasted minutes and no one was seriously injured, it highlighted that even after fame, moments of impulsivity could put him in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. The charges were eventually reduced and resolved through diversion, showing that not every conflict in his life led to long-term consequences, but it set the stage for bigger legal challenges. Those bigger challenges arrived in October 2021 at Rolling Loud in Queens. Fetty, along with 5 others, was arrested as part of Operation Crash Out, a federal investigation into a multi-state drug distribution operation. The indictment alleged that Fetty played a role as a kilogram-level redistributor, leveraging his celebrity status to facilitate the movement of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack from the West Coast to the East Coast. Evidence included surveillance footage, wiretaps, and texts. The network even involved insider assistance from a New Jersey corrections officer. Complicating matters, Fetty violated bond conditions in December 2021 during a FaceTime call, allegedly threatening someone while displaying a firearm. This led to his bond being revoked, sending him back to federal custody. By August 2022, Fetty pled guilty to a reduced charge of conspiracy to possess and distribute over 500 grams of cocaine. May 2023 brought his sentence: 6 years in federal prison with 5 years of supervised release. In court, he delivered a heartfelt statement of remorse, acknowledging the broader harm caused to his community, fans, and family. "I only ever wanted to help people, but I made bad choices," he said. He was then sent to FCY Sandstone in Minnesota, a low-security federal facility, where he earned credits through programs, anger management, and educational classes, including earning his GED and taking courses on finance and business. These efforts contributed to his early release in January 2026, showing a side of Fetty committed to personal growth and discipline. Freedom, however, came with strings attached. On January 7, 2026, Fetty was moved from prison to home confinement under the Bureau of Prisons Residential Reentry Management Office in Philadelphia. While physically back in Jersey, Sati remained under strict federal oversight. Ankle monitoring, travel restrictions, drug tests, financial supervision, and limitations on associating with known felons. Any misstep, unauthorized movement, positive drug test, or contact with high-risk individuals could send him back to prison. Even daily routines were structured, from pre-approved studio sessions to mandatory check-ins. These invisible walls ensured safety while also keeping him accountable for his actions. Despite these constraints, Fetty approached life with confidence and reflection. In his first major post-release interview, he spoke openly about learning humility, valuing freedom, and understanding the lessons from past mistakes. "Weak things happen to weak men," he said, emphasizing his focus on standing firm and leading rather than following. He didn't discuss old ops or street threats. Instead, he highlighted growth, personal responsibility, and his commitment to his kids. For him, freedom wasn't just leaving prison, it was navigating life on his terms while respecting the boundaries imposed by the federal system. Even relationships that were strained softened. His baby mama, Masika, who had publicly expressed disappointment immediately after his release, later told TMZ she genuinely wished him peace and hoped he would use this chapter to change the narrative. Social media echoed similar sentiments, with posts thanking fans, family, and supporters like 50 Cent for their unwavering encouragement. Fetty also reflected on the little joys he missed while inside, from simple food cravings to day-to-day experiences like watching commercials for cruises he had never been on, or discovering Chick-fil-A had added mac and cheese to their menu. Today, Fetty Wap stands as a symbol of resilience. He's walked through chaos, legal battles, and personal loss, and yet he continues to rebuild, focusing on his children, philanthropic work, and music. The streets that once seemed dangerous upon his return welcomed him back without incident, proving that strength and caution can coexist. His story is more than a tale of fame and legal trouble. It's a lesson in growth, humility, and the power of a second chance. From the Montclair Deli shootout to federal prison, from internal crew conflicts to public scrutiny, Fetty has faced it all and emerged determined to use his platform for good. While his journey isn't over, one thing is clear. Fetty Wap's homecoming wasn't just about freedom. It was about proving that even with invisible walls, personal evolution and accountability can create a path forward. And for fans watching his next moves, the lesson is simple. Resilience matters, and life's second chances are earned through reflection, responsibility, and staying true to yourself. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Fetty Wap's journey, from the streets of Paterson to prison and back into freedom with a mission, make sure to check out the videos on screen for more stories about hip-hop's most shocking comebacks and witness how the legends navigate fame, failure, and redemption